माता जी आवाज नहीं आ
आवाज
रहा
नहीं
है।
आ रही माता जी।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, I just forgot to unmute. Hare Krishna everyone. Welcome to Srila Prabhupada Book Reading Club. Currently we are reading Sri īšopanīšad and today we are starting mantra 4. So let's start our session by offering the prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरं मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांच। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिन इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशात देशतारिणे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुलंगायते गिरि यत्कृपातहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। So today we can hear the short 1 or 2 shots of Srila Prabhupada. Then we can move to the mantra.
There are four problems in the Bhagavad Gita. It is mentioned that janama mrityu jara vyadhi dukkho dosanu darshanam. If you are actually intelligent, then you must keep these four problems before you. Do not think that the problems of life are solved by material advancement. Do not think that by building, constructing skyscraper houses, the problems of life are solved. No. The problems of life are these four principles. But death, old age, and disease. If you cannot solve these problems, then your problems of life remain the same.
Hare Krishna. So we can see now, like firstly we need to find what are our real problems. So our real problem is not economical development. Our real problem is birth, death, old age, and disease. Even like if we do the economical development, they are not going to solve these problems. Okay. So only doing the bhakti we can solve this problem.
माता जी प्रभुपाद जी ने तो कहा ही नहीं है ये भक्ति करो।
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
आचार्य जी ने तो वहीं तक कहा कि ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करनी है, वो कैसे करनी है आगे बताया नहीं उन्होंने।
प्रभु जी वो उन्होंने लाइक हम जो बुक्स पढ़ रहे हैं उसमें बताया कि बाय डूइंग द भक्ति वी कैन सॉल्व द प्रॉब्लम्स।
लेक्चर वो शॉर्ट में करते हैं ना?
नहीं प्रभु जी हम जो उनके बड़े लेक्चर्स रहते हैं लाइक वी कट द सम शॉर्ट्स फ्रॉम दैट।
अच्छा
because
अच्छा,
we
ओके
don't have that much time to like hear entire we don't have that much concentration.
ओके
The lectures are available on ISKCON Desire Tree. You can go there and you can hear entire
ओके
lectures.
ओके
Okay.
ओके ओके।
Yes.
हाँ, मैं भी ये सोच रहा हूँ हर
or
लेक्चर ऐसा ही
preaching,
है,
that will
दो
also chant
सेंटेंस।
when you speak. And automatically there is
थैंक यू माता
hearing.
जी।
If you chant, there is hearing also. So Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, there is memorizing also. Unless you memorize all the conclusions of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, you cannot speak. So Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, this is Archanam, Bandhanam, offering prayer. Hare Krishna is also prayer. Hare Krishna, oh Krishna, oh the energy of Krishna. Please engage me in your service. This Hare Krishna is simply prayer.
गोरखपुर।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, at the end of the lecture, there will be, they will describe from which lecture they have taken the shot. So, you can go
अच्छा
on a Google, you can enter that and you can say like this, Srila Prabhupada, this lecture, and you will get the entire lecture on ISKCON Desire Tree. Okay. And so, yes, in this short, Prabhupada says, yes, you are reading my books, you are hearing, you are doing a Shravanam, Kirtanam, then you have to do the Vishnu Smaranam. Like you have to remember what you have
really
learning. Okay. Yes, when you remember the things, then only you can do the pre-reaching. Okay, and this is the the Krishna's mission to reclaim the jivas, and for that we have to pre-reach to them. So this is the Sankirtana movement, and what is our family business? Like our family business is the pre-reach the mission of Lord Chaitanya, distributing Krishna to everyone and reclaim the jivas back to the Godhead. So yes, we are not that much purified, but we can act like an instrument by giving the Bhagavad Gita, by distributing small books to them, by giving the holy name to them, by introducing them to the to the bhakti. Okay. So these small steps we can take. And here, at the end of this short, what Prabhupada says, the Hare Krishna mantra is a prayer.
also
Oh Krishna, oh Radha, please engage me in your service. So yes, we are chanting 16 rounds. How many rounds we chant? 16 rounds. So how many times we say this prayer, please engage me in a service. And when I approach the devotees, Mataji, there is a counseling seva. Would you like to do the counseling seva? It will hardly take the 10 minutes. It will be for 18 days. So they said, no, we don't have time. So what chanting you are doing? We are asking for a seva, and when seva comes, then they say they don't want to do the seva. So yes, we are 10-15 devotees daily, even 20 devotees. Yes, from the 1 January, our new batch is starting. So there is very good opportunity to for the counseling seva. Each one will get the 10 numbers, and you just have to follow up with
माता
them.
जी हमने ऑफर दे दिया है।
Very well. So yes, so I really want someone should take the seva. It will hardly take the 10 minutes. Okay, we will describe this later. Today we have to finish the 4th shloka. Okay, so one time we can read the recite the invocation, and one time a mantra one. So who would like to recite the invocation?
Yes, Maharaj. I will start.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Invocation. Om Purnada Purnidam Purnat Purnam Uddachate Purnasya Purnam Adhyaya Purnam Iva Vishyashyate. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So in invocation, we have seen yes, Supreme Personality of Godhead is a perfect and complete. So all the illumination from Him, they are also perfectly equipped, and they are also completely whole. Okay, and even a complete whole come from His body, then also His body remains same. Okay. So yes, Vamshidhar Prabhu, mantra one.
Yeah. Command. Hare Krishna. ईशावास्यमिदं सर्वं यत्किञ्चित् जगत्यां जगत्तेन तक्तेन भुञ्जीता मा घृदा कश्चित् धनम्
Very well, Prabhuji. So yes, in a mantra one, we can see that all the living and non-living, like animate and inanimate within this universe are controlled and owned by the Lord. So nothing belongs to us. Everything belongs to Krishna. And Krishna is a controller. So we don't have to ask this question, oh, why this happening to me? Oh, why Krishna, you are so cruel, or why you did this to me? No, like Krishna is like every situation in is a well planned and controlled by the Krishna. So Krishna is doing everything good for us. Like we shouldn't ask the question. Rather than we have to ask the question that, oh Krishna, you are doing this with me. So what actually you want to teach me? You want to purify me, or you want to detach me from all these things or all these persons? So we have to think in this way. Okay. We shouldn't ask why this happening to me. Okay, because Krishna is the supreme, Krishna is the perfect. So whatever he is doing, it's a perfect. Okay. So and yes, like everything belongs to Krishna. So like we cannot, but like whatever we have to offer it to Krishna, but which is in our quota. We don't have to touch the other quota. Okay, like. Okay, yeah, if you have to offer the flowers to Krishna, then yes, you have to pluck the flowers from your garden. You don't have to go to the other's garden. Okay. So yes, we have to offer all the things to Krishna which are in our account. Okay. So in mantra 2, we have seen that, like, yes, one who follow the Isha Vasam Idam Sarvam principle. Okay, everything belongs to Krishna, everything is controlled by Krishna. So let me offer, or let me utilize everything in a Krishna service. He may desire to live for the 100 years, and like he's not going to bind by the laws of nature or laws of karma. So yes, yesterday in a mantra 3, we have seen that, like, the who is a killer of soul. Like yes, where this human life is very rare, and only the human life has the like a special benefit that they can like transcend from this cycle of birth and death, and they can go out of this suffering. This chance is only, this opportunity is only available in human life. But if you again like fall for the same animalistic life, or we are living the polished animal life, simply engage ourselves in simply eating, mating, defending and sleeping, then we are wasting our human life, and like then we are killing ourselves. Okay, we are the atmaha, we are a killer of soul, because we are not taking the opportunity. Okay, and like one who don't take this will enter in a darkest region of the darkest region of the ignorance, and darkest region of this material world. What are this darkest region? These are the lower animal birds and the hellish planet. And why they are considered darkest? Because there we don't get the opportunity to practice the bhakti and develop the love for Krishna and go back to the Godhead. Okay. So yes, now we can move to the mantra for. Yes, Snigdha Mataji, Sarita Mataji, anyone would like to recite the mantra for?
Hare Krishna Mataji, īšopanīšad 4. This one, no?
Yes,
Anejad
Mataji.
ekam manaso javiyo, nainadeva apanam purnam arsat, tad dhavato anyan, atteti rishtat, tasminapo matarisvata dadhati. Reboot.
Mataji, can you continue translation and one paragraph?
Yes, Mataji. Although fixed in his abode, the personality of Godhead is swifter than the mind and can overcome all others running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him. Although in one place he controls those who supply the air and rain, he surpasses all in excellence. Purport. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Through mental speculation, even the greatest philosopher cannot know the Supreme Lord, who is the absolute personality of Godhead. He can be known only by his devotees through his mercy. In the Brahma Samhita 5.34, it is stated that even if a non-devotee philosopher travels through space at the speed of the wind or the mind for hundreds of millions of years, he will still find that the absolute truth is far, far away from him. The Brahma Samhita 5.37 further describes that the absolute personality of Godhead has his transcendental abode known as Golaka, where he remains and engages in his pastimes. Yet by his conceivable potencies, he can simultaneously reach every part of his creative energy. In the Vishnu Purana, his potencies are compared to the heat and light that emanate from a fire. Although situated in one place, a fire can distribute its light and heat for some distance. Similarly, the absolute personality of Godhead, although fixed in his transcendental abode, can diffuse his different energies everywhere. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hari Bol Mataji. Yes, so in mantra 4, we can see that yes, Krishna is fixed in his abode, the Golok Vrindavana, in the spiritual sky. And he is a swifter than the speed of a mind. And like even the demigods, everyone consider demigods the supreme, but they also can't approach the Krishna. Even a Brahmaji directly cannot approach the Krishna, whatever miseries happen in this material world, and they are not able to handle. They simply go on the banks of a shiro, what you call the milk ocean, and then they pray to the Shirodakshaya Vishnu. And Shirodakshaya Vishnu also don't give the darshan to them. This darshan is very real. Within the heart of a Brahmaji, he gives the solution. Okay, so we can see how fortunate we are. Whatever Archa Vigraha Seva we do, and it directly goes to the Krishna. And whatever we offer, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, it directly goes to the Krishna. So even the demigods and Brahmaji don't have this chance to take the darshan of Krishna, but in this human life, due to our acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, we can do the bhakti and we can understand Krishna. Even the demigods and the Brahmaji cannot understand Krishna. That's the reason Brahmaji take all the cowherd boys from Krishna and did the Brahma Vimohan Leela. Even the Indra misunderstand Krishna as simply a boy. So even demigods don't understand the Krishna. Only the devotee of Lord can understand Krishna. So yes, we can, by doing the mental speculation, we cannot understand Krishna. Okay, we can understand Krishna. We can understand the supreme personality of a Godhead by the mercy of his devotee. Okay. And yes, when we become very sincere, in our sadhana, then acharyas and Krishna reveal himself. Okay, because he is the greatest, and how we can disclose our secret to someone who is not sincere. Okay, and yes, Krishna remain in a Goloka, and he has inconceivable potencies. The name is inconceivable potencies, so we cannot conceive them. So yes. And in the Vishnu Purana, one analogy is given, when heat is in one corner, so when a fire is there, then it enamelate heat and the light in surrounding area. So Krishna stays in Goloka Vrindavana, and his energy spread everywhere, and they carry out all the activities of this material world, even the spiritual world. So yes, Hare Krishna. Vinod Prabhu, would you like to read?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Although his energies are innumerable, they can be divided into three principal categories: the internal potency, the marginal potency, and the external potency. There are hundreds and millions of subheadings to each of these categories. The dominating demigods who are empowered to control and administer such natural phenomena as air, light, and rain are all classified within the marginal potency of the absolute person. Lesser living beings, including humans, also belong to the Lord's marginal potency. The material world is the creation of the Lord's external potency, and the spiritual sky, where the kingdom of the God is situated, is the manifestation of his internal potency. Thus, the different energies of the Lord are present everywhere. Although the Lord and his energies are non-different, one should not mistake these energies for the supreme truth, nor should one wrongly consider that the Supreme Lord is distributed everywhere impersonally, or that he loses his personal existence. Men are accustomed to reaching conclusions according to their capacity for understanding, but the Supreme Lord is not subject to our limited capacity for understanding. It is for this reason that the Upanishads warn us that no one can approach the Lord by his own limited potency. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So yes, we can see that the Krishna has the three potencies, three energies. That Krishna's energy can be distributed in three energies. First is a Antaranga Shakti, eternal potency, and from this eternal potency, that spiritual sky is manufactured. Okay, and second energy is the marginal potency. So Bahiranga Shakti, and in many books like of Srila Prabhupada, it also comes under the internal potency. But marginal potency, like are all the jivas. They have the tendency. They can come in contact with the internal energy, and they can become a spiritual, and they can transfer to the spiritual sky. And when they come in a contact with the external energy, then they get transferred to this material world, and they become a condition. Okay, so yes, they have the tendency, like as a seashore, he can come in contact with the water as well as in a sand. So yes, we also have the choice to choose between Krishna and choose between the Maya Devi. Okay, and yes, third one is a external potency, Bahiranga Shakti, and all the material world is manufactured by this external potency. So yes, so we have seen now, we have the four defects. We can become illusion. We have the propensity to cheat. We have propensity to commit mistakes, and our senses are imperfect. So from this imperfect senses, we cannot understand who is a perfect. Okay, and we have Krishna is a Vibhu and we are Anu. So Krishna is unlimited and we are limited. So how how limited can understand the unlimited? So this is not possible. So the īšopanīšad and all the Vedas warn us to not to try to understand Krishna through imperfect senses or from this limited potency. Okay. So Krishna stays everywhere. So, and by his energy, every work is taken care. So we don't have to misunderstand this energy as an absolute truth. Uh, absolute truth and absolute person. Yes, they are non-different, but we don't have to consider this energies as absolute truth. Okay, there is a person behind him. Okay, so Prabhupada also saying that there is no difference between energy and energetic. So, but we don't have to consider these energies to be absolute truth. Yes, Hare Krishna. Usha Mataji, Nasima Prabhu. Anyone wants to read? Only two last paragraphs are remaining. Or Padma Kirtida Devi Dasi, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Although the individual parts and parcels, last paragraph only, no, Mataji?
No,
From in the
Mataji, in
Bhagavad.
a Bhagavad Gita.
Okay. In the Bhagavad Gita 10.2, the Lord says that not even the great rishis and suras can know him. And what to speak of the asuras, for whom there is no question of understanding the ways of the Lord? The fourth mantra of Sri īšopanīšad very clearly suggests that the absolute truth is ultimately the absolute person. Otherwise, there would have been no need to mention so many details to support his personal features. Although the individual parts and parcels of the Lord's potencies have all the symptoms of the Lord Himself, they have limited spheres of activity and are therefore all limited. The parts and parcels are never equal to the whole. Therefore, they cannot appreciate the Lord's full potency. Under the influence of material nature, foolish and ignorant living beings who are but part and parcels of the Lord try to conjecture about the Lord's transcendental position. Sri īšopanīšad warns of the futility of trying to establish the identity of the Lord through mental speculation. One should try to learn of the transcendence from the Lord Himself, the supreme source of the Vedas, for the Lord alone has full knowledge of the transcendence. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. So yes, in a Bhagavad Gita 10.2, the Lord says that even the great rishis and the a great suras means who follow the instruction of Vedas, and they act according to the Krishna's instruction. So they are also not able to understand Krishna. Then what to speak about the asuras? They don't even consider Krishna to be the Lord. So they cannot understand Krishna. So Krishna can be understood only by the devotees. Okay. And by their mercy, we can understand Krishna. So only by becoming the devotee, we can understand Krishna, and only by becoming the devotee, we can transcend this material world. Okay. And so, yes, Prabhupada says that this four mantra suggests that the absolute truth is ultimately absolute person. So, yes, this is not like, impersonal thing that, yes, energy is everything, the impersonal energy is everything. No, but like energy is coming from one person. That person is like most important, and that is the absolute person, and that is the absolute truth. Okay. So, yes, that's the reason these personal features of Krishna are given here. And yes, every living entity, they are a part and parcel of Krishna. And even like we can see, there are many avatars, na Leela avatars, then Purusha avatars, then Shakti Vesh avatars. So yes, everyone has everyone has some energy as a Krishna, but that is not entire energy. Only Krishna has the entire, and Krishna has the like a fullest energy. Okay, and like they come in this material world for the for specific activity. So their sphere of activity is a limited. So, and also the Prabhupada says that the part and parcel can never become the whole. Okay. So like by doing the mental speculation, we cannot understand the Krishna. This is the point. Okay. And so to learn about the Krishna, we should hear from the Krishna itself, because Lord's knowledge is a transcendental, and only the transcendental person can give the transcendental knowledge. Hare Krishna, Sureshwari Mataji, you want to read now?
Hare Krishna Mataji, pranam. Every part and
Mataji, you are not audible. Hare Krishna, Sureshwari Mataji, you are not audible. Sarita Mataji, would you like to continue?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Every part and parcel of the complete whole is endowed with some particular energy to act according to the Lord's will. When the part and parcel living entity forgets his particular activities under the Lord's will, he is considered to be in Maya, illusion. Thus, from the very beginning, Sri īšopanīšad warns us to be very careful to play the part designated for us by the Lord. This does not mean that the individual soul has no initiative of his own. Because he is part and parcel of Lord, he must partake of the initiative of the Lord as well. When a person completely utilizes his initiative or active nature with intelligence, understanding that everything is the Lord's potency, he can revive his original consciousness, which was lost due to association with Maya, the external energy. All power is obtained from the Lord, therefore, each particular power must be utilized to execute the will of the Lord and not otherwise. The Lord can be known by one who has adopted such a submissive service attitude. Perfect knowledge means knowing the Lord in all features, knowing his potencies and knowing how these potencies work by his will. These matters are described by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita, the essence of all Upanishads. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Yes, like when we go to the end of a purpose. So like, the main conclusion and summary, Prabhupada give the main summary and, conclusions. So yes, uh, yes, we are the part and parcel of a Lord Krishna. Then we have to we have to act according to the Krishna's will. So Prabhupada says here that when the part and parcel living entity forget his particular activities under the Lord's will, he is considered to be in a Maya. So yes, our nature is Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishner Nityadas. So we are the servant of Krishna, and our nature is to serve Krishna. And by serving Krishna only we can become happy. By doing the sense gratification, we cannot become happy. So yes, this is our nature, but we forgot this, and we engage ourselves in a sense gratification, means we are in a Maya. Okay. And yes, Prabhupada says here, we have to play our part. So what is our part? To serve Krishna. Okay. And yes, we are the part and parcel of Lord Krishna. We must partake the initiative of Lord as well. So okay, so we should fulfill the what is the duty of a servant? To fulfill the will of a master. Okay, to serve the master and make him happy. So Krishna want us to come back to the Godhead, because in like Golok Vrindavana, or like whichever spiritual planet we are staying, that we have some specific seva, like making some flower garland for Krishna, stitching the clothes for Krishna. And like when we are not there, Krishna miss us. Like we don't want to go to the Goloka, or in spiritual world, but Krishna want us to come back. That's the reason Krishna sent the spiritual master in your life. Krishna sent the devotees in your life. Okay. So yes, all the power is obtained from the Lord. Therefore, each particular power must be utilized to execute the will of the Lord and not otherwise. So yes, like everything belongs to Krishna. Every energy, everything is provided by Krishna. So we have to engage in Krishna's service. And what Krishna wants, like Krishna want to reclaim the jivas. That's the reason Krishna come in this material world. So Krishna want to reclaim the jivas. Then we can assist the Krishna in his mission by doing the book distribution, by like doing the pre-reaching. Okay. So like yes, and not otherwise means like we don't have to like utilize this energy and all the facilities in a sense gratification. We should live for the higher purpose, and like we should take part in our family business. Okay. So yes, what is the perfect knowledge? Perfect knowledge means knowing about the Lord, like what are the features of a Lord, knowing about the potencies of a Lord, and knowing how the potencies of a Krishna work. And then Prabhupada says everything is described well in our Gita Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so today we can end here. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Anantakoti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So when we are reading the Prabhupada books now, when we are reading them scrutinizingly, then you can find, oh, Prabhupada is repeating same point, because Prabhupada say, like, you rascal, even if I repeat them many times, then also you don't follow. So please take out the one instruction and like try to follow. Okay, so whatever like material assets we are having, we have to try to engage in Krishna service. If you are very good at talking, you can enter in a counseling seva. When you are very good at in digital, poster making, you can make some posters for Krishna. So yes, like if you are very good in cooking, you can cook bhoga for Krishna. So whatever skills you are having, you have to engage in Krishna service. So and try to pre-reach. Okay, try to keep the small copies of a Prabhupada and Bhagavad Gita and try to distribute. And yes, like Aishwarya Mataji, like in the last meeting, she got a very good idea. There are many students like they don't have like that much pocket money, so they can afford to take the Bhagavad Gita. So we have the opportunity to donate one Bhagavad Gita. So like it will be 250 rupees, and like when the people go outside, like 250 rupees means equal to one pizza or like one sabzi or something. So yes, like it can change someone's life, because like this Bhagavad Gita, they are transcendental. Even someone touch the Bhagavad Gita, hold the Bhagavad Gita, like there are some pious activities on in this life, or in like after that like hundreds or thousands of life, or in many lives, they get the chance to become a devotee. So yes, please become an instrument. Like at least like you can you can donate like one Bhagavad Gita, and like many devotees from our class has donated immensely, and Aishwarya Mataji is so happy with us. Okay, so thank you so much for those who are donated, and like those who can donate. Even students, like they save the money, and from that saving they are like giving one or two Bhagavad Gita. So yes, like whatever small thing you give to Krishna, Krishna will return in a millions. Okay, so yes, please take please take this opportunity. So Hare Krishna, Happy Krishna conscious day.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna,
Thank you so much.
Mataji.
Happy Krishna conscious day.
Hare Krishna.